Good morning. It is Raven with another tale of terror from the Raven's Nest. This one has very mild trigger warnings, which we'll get out of the way. Just some gore. If that's not your bag of tea, feel free to check out my other videos or just some other happy videos on the internet. However, if you're still here, we can get to it. I really enjoyed this one though, I have to say. Just the research and everything, and I hope you'll like the beautiful imagery I tried to paint, essentially. It was just a whole lot of fun. I loved nature. Everything about it was majestic and raw. I loved the trees down to their roots, the wind and the streams. Rivers especially have a magical quality. No matter how deadly on the surface, they look safe, though the undercurrent is below. I spent hours reading, painting, and listening to the sounds of babbling brooks, watching the birds flit from flower to flower. It's a rare kind of solitude we all need, a place to nourish your creative spirit. One sunny afternoon at my local ravine, I saw something straight out of the fairy tales I used to read as a kid. Somehow in this dangerous river, there was a pure white horse. It struck me as an odd and beautiful sight. This was the perfect subject of a painting on the fragility of life, this impassable stream with a horse against all odds thriving. This place had taken so many people's lives as they would try to cross or swim, but here was this gentle beast? However, after a while, I wanted to disregard my safety. It moved towards the bank, and I felt an urge to pet it, but my instincts told me not to. I never did, that afternoon or any time. Without fail, that horse was always in that river from that day on, even when I went to paint the stars. That night, I saw serpentine pupils as this hauntingly pretty animal crept towards the shore. Its eyes had a sinister glow to them. Now this was too creepy to possibly ignore. It never left the water's edge, but it made this deep sound softly. After that night, I didn't paint at the ravine for a while, absolutely convinced I had met something unholy there. No horse could survive the torrent underneath the river, and none had eyes like that. There was another place by that waterway to paint, and it connected to a lake. Who would have predicted what I'd see? I never believed superstitions, but now I take them for facts. This is a warning, a costly warning. As I went to paint, I noticed a woman at the rocky edge of the lake petting that animal. However, it had grown even more enchanting, sprouting cattails for a mane and tail. This isn't possible. Horses like this don't exist. "You're so pretty," she cooed as she petted that thing. I begged her not to take the invitation and pleaded with her not to be swayed. The stream and its waters were unforgiving. She was unnerved by my testimony as the creature lowered itself so she could climb on. "Don't do this! This isn't natural! Water horses aren't real! This thing can't be real!" I didn't know what this horse was or was capable of. Those eyes seemed triumphant and evil. It sneered as she climbed atop it. The very second its teeth turned to bloody fangs as it neighed. It rose on its hind legs as its rider panicked. She wouldn't be able to dismount the creature. She tried with all her might, but it was as if her skin was glued to the fiend. With uncharted speed, it ran into the loch, dooming the woman. She was screaming for my help as she disappeared beneath the water. There was nothing I could do as it devoured her. The water turned red, and her entrails began to float towards the shore like seaweed. I couldn't believe what I was witnessing. The horse rose from the water with a human leg in its jaws. Her leg. It ate her in less than 5 minutes. All of her feasted on by this monster. It looked me dead in the eye, and I knew I had to avoid this place, the water, and forsake it altogether. I ran away knowing I had been haunted by a demon that would have claimed my life. I'll never return. There are people that die every year at the hands of the river, and now you know part of why. If you see a horse in the water, don't go near it, let alone touch it. Just run. There, I really hope you enjoyed my story. So that was a Kelpie. Hopefully I did justice to that awesome bit of Scottish lore. And I hope y'all enjoyed. Please share, comment, check out my other videos. Any of that good stuff really helps the channel succeed. I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Stay spooky!